been joined a couple minutes early by Coach Luke Fickell from Cincinnati. We always appreciate that. Bearcats are 5-0 overall, 1-0 in the American Athletic Conference. Cincinnati was in action last Saturday at UConn. Cincinnati won the game 49-7. Bearcats are back at Nippert Stadium this Saturday. They'll take on Tulane. That will be a noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time start on ESPNU. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up the win against UConn, please. And we expect to see as you're back at home on Saturday to face Tulane.
Great win on the road, our first conference game. So really excited about the way we played, the way we finished, the way we had a command for things. It was it was tight in the first half. The 2-minute drive right before the half was huge. They missed a field goal, made a play in the end zone for us. They missed a field goal. We come right back in under a minute and a half or under a minute and score a touchdown, then come out, I think, in the second or third play of the second half, really to kind of break it open, to take any kind of, momentum or any air maybe they had there as they played pretty well in the first half, and just kind of really started to roll from there. So got an opportunity for a lot of guys to get in to play, so that helps us in the long run, because we know that we're going to need a lot of these guys as we make a stretch run here. As we get into conference play, it gets a lot tougher. So excited about where we are, continue to move forward. Homecoming this weekend, and then we got to bye. So this is a unique situation for us.
Take questions for Coach Fickell, please. *1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you. Which I'll throw the first one out. Is it too simplistic to look at the pivot point of the game against UConn being the end of that second quarter, where potentially you could be going into the locker room potentially at 14-14. Instead, things play out as it does. You're up 21-7 with a good deal of energy that seemed to carry over to the second half. But if it's 14-14 going in, do you have a sense that maybe the second half might play out a little tighter than you would have liked?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, it's a game of energy, a game of momentum, and to get where we were right there before the end of half was huge for us, especially with having our center who went down. So we kind of rallied at halftime right there, and but it was a little easier to rally when you had the momentum and what you created there right at the end. Don't forget that you're right, they threw a ball in the end zone that we made a really good play on, that gave them an opportunity to obviously not score, but to then kick a longer field goal, in which they missed. So and those are things that are going to make the game a completely different second half, I'm assured.
And as you look ahead to Tulane, what are some of the challenges that you see out of them thus far in terms of how they play and what's something they might pose for you coming in?
Well, I think a team that's coming in with a lot of momentum. They've played their best game, I think, last week. Really, really complete offensively and defensively and special teams wise, and had a huge win against Memphis. And heck, Memphis was in the championship game last year and was maybe 30 seconds away from knocking off UCF. And I don't even know if it was a knock. It was it was a really good football team. So they got some energy, they got some momentum. They're playing well on both sides of the ball, and their quarterback is leading them offensively, and not just running the football, but ability to deliver the football too.
Take one more swipe out to the group here to see if there's any further questions. *1 on your telephone keypad for questions for Coach Fickell, please. For being shy today, Coach. Thanks so much for your time today. I look forward to hearing from you once again next Monday. All right.